everyone, in today's video I have a very special guest. She is also a single mom like me and she's in her late 30s. So I wanted to ask, how did you grow old like a fine wine? What's your secret? I'm so curious about this because I watch her vlogs and she doesn't look like in her 30s at all. She looks like in her 20s. So
Wow.
what's the secret?
Wow. Well, thank you so much for that. I don't know. For me, I would say I look old, but for a lot of people, they would say I don't look 39.
Not at all. I think it's because you are very petite and slim, and the
Yeah.
way you carry yourself, like your hair, straight hair, and the way you dress, is so sophisticated. I really like her style. You can see right now, she was wearing heels, very sophisticated. So how did you maintain looking young? What's your lifestyle? Like, what's your eating habit, your exercise? You do yoga or what?
Okay, well, again, thank you so much yeah, I'll take that as a compliment, of course. I would say that one thing that helps us look younger is that staying positive all the time. Like, it's a really hard thing to do to stay positive all the time, and staying positive all the time is like, it's superficial. It's not, it's like fake,
Yes,
right?
that's true.
But trying your best to stay positive out of negative situations for me is really helpful.
Yeah.
Like, if you're sad and you're just gonna dwell on that sadness for like days and this and that,
Yeah.
it does really, I mean, you can see somebody. I mean, it's pretty obvious to look at someone, and then you can really tell that they're going through something.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if somebody is sad, you can see that through their eyes and face.
Yeah.
But I think for me, staying positive, it does really help a lot, because if you train your mind to stay positive, maybe not all the time, because again, that's really very hard.
Superficial.
Yes.
To stay positive all the time.
Yeah.
Very
So maybe not all the
superficial.
time, maybe most of the time. Staying
Yes.
positive, most of the time, probably not probably, but I think for me is really helpful.
Yeah.
And if you see my videos, I'm always laughing.
Yeah, I love your videos. Really. It's very
Thank you.
aesthetic.
And I'm kind of a reserved person, but if you get to know me and if I get comfortable with you, I'm like the joker in the group. So I'm like really laughing all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So I have this one friend, close friend, back when I was in high school, and I used to get jealous with her because she's like really close with her family. They go out together and do things as a family. I don't have that.
Yeah.
But we had this retreat for youth, and we were asked to give a letter to somebody you want to give a letter to.
Yes.
Right? So I wrote her a letter. I didn't know that she wrote me a letter, and I said something like, "Oh, I like your family because you're really close and this and that, and I wish I have a family like that." And she wrote me a letter, and you know what? She says something like, "I have never met a happy person like you," because she knows what's going on in my family.
Yeah.
Like, my mom, was really strict with me, and I'm not able to go out and play with friends and all that. But it did really touch me when she said, "You're the happiest person that I've ever known, and I wish to be like you." So, so I think I was like probably 15 at this time, and at a very young age, probably like before when I mean, at a very young age, maybe like around 8 years old, I had already trained my mind to be
Yeah.
positive all the
Okay.
time. So
What do you think that influenced when you were young, made you think like that, like being positive all the time? Is it because of hardship in the family?
I think it's because I read a lot of books. Even when I was younger, I have read a lot of books, and I think at the time I was thinking that there was so much negativity
Yeah.
in my surroundings, and if I dwell on that, I don't think I'm gonna grow up, as a better person. So my resort is to read books.
Yeah.
And I don't like reading like storybooks and all that. I like self-help books. At a very young age, I was already reading that. So I think that really helped.
I read a lot of comments, and when they see a Filipina that speaks very good English, they think that this Filipina has been with a lot of foreigners because she speaks very well and she knows a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think it's very limited mindset to think like that way, because I myself, just like you, I read a lot of books too, and most are like stories and self-help books. So we're kind of similar in that way. So I was just so back to the topic. I just want to say that not all women, not all Filipinos that speaks very good English are
I've been to
have
different
been
guys.
with different guys, different foreigners. Maybe they're just smart. Maybe they're just like to read books and like to watch American movies. It doesn't mean that they have been with lots of foreigner English spoken guys. So,
Yeah, or I've worked in call centers for like 10 years.
yeah. Okay,
So that was like a 10-year training.
you work to talk to foreigners.
Mm.
I know that you're a single mom with two kids, right? So are you a single mom since your kids are born, or you live with their father before you get being a single mom?
I have never lived with any man. Actually, I was with a 12-year relationship with my youngest daughter's dad, but it was like on and off. So we've never lived together. Probably the longest his longest stay here was like maybe 2 months, 2 or 3 months when I had a baby. Yeah,
So what are your struggles being a single mom?
struggles.
Taking care of your kids alone.
You know what? Struggles. When you're doing a lot of things and you're busy doing both roles, a mom and a dad,
Yeah.
you can hardly really think of the struggles
True, because
your mind is really too occupied with
survival
yes.
mode. That's why the struggles is just like normal things anymore. They are not struggles.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't really think of anything. But I can say this though. When one of the kids gets sick, I feel that that's probably when I feel that, oh, I'm alone. I have nobody.
Yeah.
There's nobody to help me, not just financially, but emotionally. As a single mom, we really need that emotional support, just as much as financial support, right? But financial, we can always just make money. I mean, we can work hard and work extra hours to make money. But I think for me, it's more of like financial. No, no, emotional support. So I would say that my only struggle is when the kids get sick and there's nobody there for me to emotionally support me and say, hey, everything is gonna be okay, I'm gonna be with you all the way, blah 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 and all that. So yeah, that's really only the struggle, because
Yeah.
when we talk about financial, I mean, when we talk about money, I can always make money. Like I can work like extra 3 hours.
Yes. True.
Yeah, so money is never like, well, money is a problem, but we can always make ways to make money.
Yeah, but emotional support, it's not very easy to find someone you could confide. It's very
Yeah.
hard. Someone you could trust, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not sure with you, but I feel sometimes that, when the kids are sick or was in an accident or something, I feel like I'm in the most vulnerable state.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I think every mother feels that way.
yeah, but aside from that, life is good. Like, I'm actually happy that I'm a single mom.
I have this topic here, and I was prepared to ask you this. And my motivation for this topic is that somebody made a video about. He said that single mothers are damaged good, and I was like very offended about that, because I myself, I try to be better every day. I always believe that every second is a chance to change your mood, to change your perception, to change your reaction, and I cannot just accept that the person would say that that a woman is a damaged good because she's a single mom. What can you say about this? Do you agree with this as a mom, a single mom?
Okay, I have not seen his video, but I think we are talking about the same guy because
Yes.
I don't like his opinions as well about single moms. But I have not seen the video. But first off, I would say, what does he mean by damaged good? Because it can mean, a lot of things. Like maybe he's saying that, okay, single moms are damaged goods because we have physically given, give birth
Yes.
to a child. Or it can also mean that he's giving sympathy. Like, let's say, he's probably seeing us as women who feel inadequate or impaired in some way, or maybe he thinks that we think that we are feeling unimportant or not valued in the society because we are single moms.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what he meant by that. But if he meant to say that we are damaged goods because we have bore a child, then that's a shame, because if he meant that, then he sees us women as property or as an object that can be damaged or will be damaged after having children,
Yeah.
right? So this kind of people we need to steer clear of anyway, because
Yes. I think if you are an influencer, you should be careful with the words that are coming out in your mouth. You cannot just go around saying that this woman is damaged good because she's a single mother, right? He has viewers too that are women and men that even if we say that these men have their own opinions, but human beings are easily influenced by words, especially if coming from an influencer. So it's a negative, to spread words like this.
it's
It's more
really,
damaging to the society than helpful.
yeah. And I think if he meant what I said, like, he's saying that we are damaged goods because we're damaged, we had a child.
Yeah.
If he meant it that way, then I would say that that is really the most horrible way to degrade a
Yeah.
person or
Yeah.
degrade another human being,
True.
right? I don't know what he went through. Maybe he was being scammed by
Women.
Filipina single moms. I don't know.
Yeah. That
Well,
could be.
there could be a lot of reasons why he said that, but then this guy is outside of our circle. What I think is that whatever people say about me, if he's not within my circle, it does not matter. It's
Yeah.
not going to hurt me, because what do you know about me? You
Yeah.
only know that I'm a single mom,
Yeah.
and I only put out information out there. They are like tad bits of my life.
Yeah.
You don't know everything about my life.
Yeah.
So your opinion does not really matter,
Yeah.
because how can you make a shallow judgment
Yeah.
about someone
Yeah.
without getting to know them, right? So their opinion doesn't really matter. For me, if my partner says I'm a damaged good, or anyone in my circle, that would be my close friends, my family, especially my children, if they say something like that,
That's
then
very
that would
hurtful.
definitely hurt me.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody like him who's outside my circle, who is he anyway?
Yeah.
So it's not gonna matter.
What do you think are the characteristic or the traits of a single mother that is undateable?
Characteristics or traits.
Yes.
Or
Or behavior of a single mom that you should not associate yourself with.
if we talk about behavior, I would say that behavior, it's gonna be more on the positive, but we're looking at negative here,
Negative.
right? So we're looking at negative things of a single mom that men
Should not associate yourself with.
yeah, or that should make us undateable.
Yes, that makes a woman or a single mom undateable.
Wow.
I would say the first one is if they are married,
Okay.
because in the law they are not three women. You are dating a married single mom, and you want to get married with her or have kids with her. You're gonna have a problem along run because divorce here is not optional, and annulment took a very long time to process. So I think that should be the number one priority. You should not date a single married woman, single mother that is
Mm.
married. What do you think? Do you agree with that?
I wouldn't say I agree and I do not agree or I disagree, but it really depends on the man's preference, right? Because there are men who don't want to
To get married
get
too,
married
yes.
to, yeah, because they don't want that,
Yeah,
legal
yeah.
ties with women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, just finding the right one that suits for you, I guess. But I wouldn't count that as something to look, I mean, to watch
That
out
is
for
negative.
men. Yeah, I wouldn't look at that as negative, but maybe men would be hesitant when it comes to dating a single mom because, like, let's say I would set myself as an example. I have two children, and one is a teenager and one is like 9 year old, and probably the man would feel like she's like, you know fighting for attention. I mean, fighting for my attention or for my time and all that. That's probably one thing that they need to consider
Yeah,
when it comes to dating us, single women, I mean, single moms,
yeah,
because they probably would think that, oh, she would always choose the kids over me,
yeah.
right? But there are always ways to, like,
I think you can date a single mom as long as you are prepared. Prepare yourself that there will be divided attention, that not
yes.
all attention will be yours, that the kids will be there and they need their mom, especially if they are young kids.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to deal with that, then you should not date a single mom that has like two or more young kids. And
But that applies to married couples as well. Like, let's say, you and Gio, let's say you have kids together, and when there are kids involved, you won't have that much time for Gio anymore.
yeah,
It's not like really just single moms having not much enough time, to their partners,
yes.
but it also applies to marriage couples. So this is really something that,
I'm just very lucky that Gio understands that I have a daughter and she needs me. You know, in the Filipino culture, we don't separate our kids, especially in the sleeping
yeah.
situation. My daughter still wants to sleep with me because I did not train her sleeping alone. So when my daughter is with us, I am sleeping in the other room with my daughter, and Gio is living in our room. So I'm very lucky that Gio understands that, but we are trying to, slowly
Change
make her,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
make her understand that she needs to sleep alone because she's 5 years old, but it's a while.
She's beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank
I watch your videos too.
oh, thank you so much. She's a very good and smart kid, girl.
Yeah, and her English is very good.
Yeah, because she watched lots of YouTube videos, and her cousins speak English, and I speak English to her. She doesn't really know how to speak Bisaya very well, so I'm trying to teach her.
Don't you see that as a problem for kids being not able to like speak the vernacular? Because in
Yeah.
schools, in public schools now, they teach Visayan.
To be honest with you, she's having a hard time in school. I would ask her, "How's your day? How's school?" And she would say, "I don't know." I'm like, "Why you don't know?" And she would say, "I don't understand the teacher."
Yeah, because she's speaking in vernacular. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really hard for her. But she's young, and I'm very confident that she will learn the language.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
they teach mother tongue language in school, so that's a plus. What else do you think are the traits, are the characteristic or behavior of undateable single mom? I would say financial difficulty, like if the Filipina or a woman, single mom is doesn't have a work and she has 2 or 3 kids, and
Mm.
I think that's something that you should think about, because if you date a single mom, of course you need to help her with the financial problem. What do you think?
But that is really questionable, though, because okay, you're dating this, let's say, foreigner, and you have kids and you don't have a job. What did you do before you met me? So that's questionable,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
So you should not go in that road and just
yeah.
avoid that. But if you are willing, I mean, if you are an unmarried man, no kids, and you're willing to help this single mom, then
Mm.
that should work, I guess.
No, I think it's very, how do I say this? I think biologically, men wants to take care of us,
Yes,
like
that's the
financially. Yeah, financially, yes. But then that I would say never date a woman who doesn't have a job. It's not because she doesn't have money, but it's really more on, like, okay, what did you do to survive before me?
yeah,
And
questionable.
also, you are portraying yourself as a woman that you're lazy. Like, like, how are you able to actually teach your kids good traits if you're not being a good example? So,
Yeah.
so you're out there being a mom. Okay, where do you get the money from? And you're not working, setting yourself as a good example to your kids, right? So that's already like a red flag there.
Yeah.
So if the man dates a single mom and she's working, and then he would ask her to stop working to take her, so she could take care of the kids and him and all that, then yeah, that would be nice, right? But still, I would say that, it is very important for us women to have our own money.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that.
Well, even if you don't, sorry to cut you off, even if you don't have to work, but at least you have money coming in, like let's
Yes.
say you have a business, you're not being a liability
Yeah,
from,
someone.
yeah.
And I think one thing is also is poor mental and physical health.
Oh yeah. Remember your first question earlier? How
Yeah.
do I maintain
Yeah.
this? Yeah, that too. Aside from, like, staying positive all the time, I think exercise is just as equally important as sleeping 8 hours a day, eating good food and all that. Yeah, it does help a lot. Yeah, but poor and mental, poor mental health,
Poor mental
right?
and physical.
Unless you are like sick, right, and you're unable to go to the gym or you're unable to do exercises and all that, then that's an exemption. But well, we already have a lot on our plate because we're single moms. We're mom and dad to our children.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of us cannot find a way to exercise or to take care of our physical body.
Yes.
But then, on the other hand, I would also not use that as an excuse,
Yes.
because you can always find 30 minutes to exercise. You can
True.
always find whatever 10 minutes to take care of yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree with that, because if you, I have this mindset that if I cannot take care of myself, how can I take care of other people?
Exactly.
Like, if I dress up poorly, if I don't work out or take care of my body, how can I take care of my loved ones? How can I be positive to them if I feel like shit myself,
Yes. Yeah, I would say that too. Exercising is not like, I have a lot of friends, or I know a lot of people who would always tell me, "You're already skinny. Why would you go to the gym all the time, or why you do exercises and all that?"
It's not about being skinny.
It's not about
being
my
healthy.
physical look. If I get like six pack abs, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
It's really here.
Yeah.
I'm exercising. I'm going to nature, hiking, and doing whatever stuff. It's because of my mental health,
Yeah.
right? So, and if I get like a perfect physique because
That
of
would be
that,
good.
that's just a bonus. That's not the main goal.
True. Yeah.
But you are
You are
like,
what you eat. You are what you do.
yes, exactly. So how you look like reflects
How you
on
think.
what you have in here,
Yes, that's
or
true.
it reflects on what your mental health is,
Yes.
right? Either it's good or bad.
What your habits are is what you are. Like if you drink and smoke, what are you then?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, because I would also see that as a person to avoid dating, because if you feed yourself junk, or if you feed yourself like what you said, shitty food, um, that speaks a lot about yourself. You don't have discipline.
Yeah.
You cannot take care of yourself. So, like you said, how can you take care of your partner or your kids if you
Yeah.
don't take care of yourself, right? So, what you feed to yourself is what you're going to feed to your kids and your partner.
True. Yes. I have one here, and I think this is one of the very important. If the person is has a toxic mentality and refuses to change, I think that's what I call damage goods. If someone is toxic and she don't do anything about herself, she doesn't strive hard to better herself, I think that's someone that you should avoid dating. What do you think?
You don't want to be with a person who's negative, because eventually she or he is going to drag you down and just be like her or him. So you need somebody who's got a good mental health.
Yeah, strive hard to better themselves, not
Yeah.
someone who's like did the same mistake and do it again. Like someone who is aware what she is doing and conscious of the what's happening in her life and doing something about it, and not just going on with life and just doing the same mistakes.
Yeah. You don't want to be with that person, because you will be, I mean, you want to be with somebody because of what? Right? You don't want to be with somebody because you want to be a shitty person.
Yes, that's
No.
true. I never wanted to be a shitty person.
Yeah, so you don't want to be with somebody who's got poor mental health and who refuse to change his or her, bad mentality or negativity.
So this is a very good topic, and this is very good conversation. I really enjoy talking to you.
I do too.
I think we are on the same page, and it's always nice to meet someone that you can relate
with the same mental issues.
Yes.
Do you notice we have the same outfit,
Oh,
like
yeah.
black and white?
Do you like white and black colors?
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
favorite color.
I love neutral colors.
So that's the end of our vlog, and I really appreciate you being here in my channel, and I really enjoy having a conversation with you. And please do make lots of videos again. Please, it's been 2 weeks.
I know, I will, I promise.
Can you tell me about your YouTube channel before we end this video?
Yeah, sure. Shay Travels is mostly all about Shay traveling to local places. But I'm transitioning into doing that, as well as talking about life in the Philippines, and maybe in the future, international travel. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's really all about showing people places in the Philippines.
Wow, that's a very good channel. So I hope you like this video, and if you do, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and push the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video.
Thank you.